So you had a good night?
I had a good rest.
It's an Irish.
Yes, well, I have to thank you for arranging some Irish weather for me.
Yeah.
Some nice rain to make me feel at home. Hi, how you doing, Danny? How are you?
Okay today.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
In the era92 Safaris van, my first time in the van. Looking forward, so I'm getting a city tour today. Yeah, amazing. Well, I'm really excited about this. My first city tour in Kampala. I've been to Uganda 3 times and I've never actually had a city tour. So I'm looking forward to this, and what better way to do it than in this amazing new social enterprise of era92 Safaris. So I'm looking forward to just having fun today and learning and enjoying the culture, and I believe later I'll be enjoying the music of Levixon, #1 gospel artist in East Africa. So I'm really excited about experiencing that as well. That'll be amazing. The history, that's what I'm going to enjoy today. I love visiting places and finding out the history and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we're good, yeah. When the missionaries came, they didn't come with trade, they only came with education. So it changed a lot of people.
Yes.
So that's how we have evolved.
So we're going into this lovely big mall here in Kampala. So not sure if the security guy's going to allow us to use camera for some reason. So we'll see. What an amazing view.
Yeah.
What an amazing view of the city.
Yeah. How is it over here?
Wow, this is amazing. It's being up so high,
Yeah.
you get to see a sense of the whole city.
Yeah.
You get to see, you know, kind of really, this is a modern African city, you know, with the high rise,
Yeah.
places like this, the mall.
Yeah.
Then you get to see the green areas and the golf course
Agree, yeah.
and the hills. I get a sense of all the hills of Kampala
I
from
think you
here.
can name them.
And of course, the best thing is for anyone from Northern Ireland is you can sit outside and have food and it won't be cold for all year round.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Muslim men wear. Well, our first stop on our tour of the city today is the Gaddafi Mosque, which was built, I think, 2007 as a gift from Libya to the Muslim people of Uganda. So I'm looking forward to hearing the history and the connection between the two countries, and also I think we're going to climb to the top of this tower. I hope I make it. So he's our assigned guide.
Daddy, workout.
Here we go. This is the warm up.
Idi Amin was overthrown, so the construction of this place stopped. It stopped for about 20 years until 2001, when Gaddafi visited Uganda from Libya. The leader of Muslims here requested for the construction.
I've learnt a lot in just 5 minutes about the history of Uganda, the various presidents of Uganda, and the history of this place. I didn't know Idi Amin was a Muslim. I didn't know there was a connection with Colonel Gaddafi to Uganda. And I didn't know there was this huge mosque in the Central Hill. And I didn't know where Kampala got its name from before. The hill of the impalas, the hill of the antelopes, I think. So I've learnt a lot in 5 minutes.
We did go to
272 steps. Yep, I may not see you again. This is the break. Quite a distance still to go up. I mean, we're on the top of one. We're on the top of one. But you can see the others all around. Yeah. Where's Kosovo?
Kosovo is in the middle of that. It's in the middle of that. Like this.
In the distance?
Yes, like that's a church.
People in Belfast don't know that. They don't know that. 272 steps, and I think there are about 22 left. 270, 271, 272. I made it. Well, we have to go down again. Ah,
One of the oldest stadiums.
is it right?
Oh, no.
Football stadium.
Yeah, so they had to build it had bigger land, they had to build the kids around it.
Yes.
And the investor who did that, he promised to build a stadium and give him free space. So they more
So it was a long way up. It didn't seem quite so long way down, but it was an amazing experience actually to climb to the top point of Kampala and to see the whole city. And I mean, I've been here a few times before, but it's the first time I've really understood the layout of the city. And we saw all the places on all the hills which had political and cultural and religious significance, such as this one. So I'm looking forward to going on to the next hill, where we're going to see some more of the history of this amazing city. Next stop is the palace of the king of Buganda, and this building, I think what the guy said at the last spot, is actually based on Stormont in Belfast. I think I'm right about that. It's a similar shape. It's not exactly the same, but the last thing I expected to find in Kampala was a building based on Stormont in Belfast. But you learn something on every trip, don't you? So this is the Buganda Heritage and Tourism Board, where we get our tickets. And of course, like every good tourist place, it has a nice little shop with cultural items and things. Some lovely Ugandan art here. Are these different generations of the king?
Yeah, so the current king, this is his father,
His father?
and this is the father of this one. It's like that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So this is the earliest photographs of this king.
Yeah.
It looks like the interior is the same as the interior of Stormont Parliament in Belfast. It looks the same. It's just hard to believe that there's a connection like this, 4,000 miles apart. And this is a beautiful location. So here's another Royal Mile, which is just beautiful. So I think that's where we're going to next, to see the palace.
Uganda, every king was free to establish his capital. Uganda
yes.
has been led by 36 kings.
Yes.
The first king was Kabaka Chintu. The second was Chwanyawaka. All those two kings, they just disappeared.
Right.
They disappeared. No one knows where they went.
Right.
That's why in Buganda, for us, and they say that, hey, in kings of Buganda, they don't die. They just disappear. Up to date, we just know that the king has died. The king has passed away. No. Just
Right.
disappear. Parties were conflicting each other every day, every time. So what Obote did, Obote ordered Idi Amin to attack the palace. The palace
Here.
was attacked early in the morning when the king was inside the palace. The royal guards were killed, people from the royal family. But since our king was once a grenadier among the Queen's soldiers, he defended himself against the soldiers of Idi Amin. He jumped the fence, he used the Kabaka's lake as an escape route. He went to Baga Cathedral, hid there for one night, and later flew to London, where he was poisoned on his birthday. And up to now, we Baganda people
He was
on his birthday.
he was poisoned in London.
Yeah, they found a glass of wine in his room, and
He went to exile and stayed there for some weeks.
Oh, they poisoned. So they got it.
They
Wow.
poisoned him.
That
And
was
up to now, we
Obote.
Baganda, you see, our king was poisoned with
This was attacked by Idi Amin. This was the
This
royal.
by the prawns. Black one, Daimler,
Well,
Cadillac,
sorry.
and Rolls-Royce. So when the
Oh,
question-
this is the remains of
There
the
are- there are
three.
remains of cars.
Right, it's not one car.
Pounding, pound. You know, after from the tree, the skin is ever rough, hard. But whenever you could pound, whereas put in sunshine, you get something like this. This was used by our ancestors as their clothing.
Right.
One
For cotton.
So the-
cotton.
before
From the so the cloth
before
came
they
from the
could
tree,
put from the tree.
the bark of the
People
tree.
They could put on back. People they could put on banana fibers.
Ah.
But after discovering bark cloth during the reign of King Chimera, so people
Bark cloth.
bark cloth. In Uganda we call it lobogo. We
Lobogo.
get it from mutua tree. Is what you call fig tree. After that, we also wrap the dead bodies of the kings in the bark cloth. They just put the bark cloth.
I have bought a beautiful piece of art, original art on bark cloth,
I'll show you
and
how
it's
it is.
it's women doing a Buganda dance.
Yeah.
For someone who grew up in Northern Ireland in the 1970s, I remember watching the news, and the news was dominated by the conflict in Northern Ireland, where I was living in the middle of, but also the other news was about Idi Amin and everything that was happening in Uganda at the same time. We're going to see Idi Amin's armory or torture chambers, which is a very sad part of the history of this country.
And this was an electric wire. The switch was there, and this black line down was it. This was the level of water. So they could tell these prisoners to get out of their cells and stand in water. A soldier could connect an electric wire, one could switch on and off, and these people could die of electricity. Another could be electrified.
How many people died here?
I can't estimate the number.
Right.
Because Idi Amin killed during his regime, even Obote killed from 1985. Even it had been cold, and they buried these dead bodies together. And the reason why we kept these torture chambers up to date is to show the world, is to be an evidence that both Idi Amin and Obote killed people during their regimes.
Yeah. This reminds me of Auschwitz, the concentration camp in Poland, which it's been kept as it was in memory of the Holocaust that the Nazis killed the Jewish people.
Putting them there.
Yeah, and one of the reasons they maintain it is that so that we never forget the horror of what happened. So this reminds me
Yeah,
of that. This is hell on earth here, and you know, here we are in 2022, and this is happening in Ukraine today. It's almost as if we never learn, but I remain hopeful because I mean, the work that I'm seeing here and the people I'm inspired by here, they're kind of the opposite of this. This is the torture chamber, this is the dungeon, and what I'm seeing with Trinity and the young people and his team here, that's hope. That's the best of humanity. This is the worst of humanity, and what I'm seeing in Uganda is the best of humanity. Well, we've just had a delicious meal in this lovely Belgian restaurant in the centre of Kampala, and I have to say it's been a very pleasant evening. Good end to the day with era92 safaris. I think anyone who comes here on a safari or comes here to see the city as a tourist, we just love a beautiful place like this. It's so chilled out, great atmosphere, good service, lovely food as well. We were so busy today, we haven't got to catch up with the Vixon, so we're going to follow up with him later on in the week to enjoy some fantastic Afrobeats and gospel music from the Vixon at one of his concerts later in the week. But I think for now we've had a good day, and looking forward to tomorrow. And tomorrow I think I'm going to see Katanga and Kosovo, the slums, and then talk to the 92 Hands team, and then we'll also be talking about leadership in the organisation of era92 as well. So yeah, looking forward to the start of a new week and to day 4 tomorrow.